Before we begin, let me start by saying this. I felt that the supernatural revelations contained in the information that I am about to present to you is so powerful and so important that I had to make this video widely available for all to see. That being said, you'll be able to watch the entire video right here. And please, feel free to share this video and to repost it everywhere. If you have not yet subscribed to my website, apocalypsis321.com, please consider doing so, as your subscriptions and or donations help to ensure that the work done by this ministry to continually expose the malevolent schemes and traps set up by the adversary with the intention to deceive the masses in these end times can continue. So, without further ado, let's get into it. August 4th, 2021 was Obama's 60th birthday, which he celebrated on August 7th with a party at Martha's Vineyard. I'd like to share with you something that I found interesting about Martha's Vineyard as it pertains to the information we are about to discuss, and I think you will find it interesting as well. A high rate of hereditary deafness was documented on Martha's Vineyard for almost 2 centuries, and because of this, for several hundred years, Martha's Vineyard was known as a place where everyone signed or used sign language to communicate. This is extremely relevant to the information I'm about to present to you in this study. Ezekiel 12:2 declares, "Son of man, you are living in a rebellious house. They have eyes to see, but do not see, and ears to hear, but do not hear. For they are a rebellious house." I pray that all who come upon this study will not be as the occupants of a rebellious house, but instead will have eyes to see and ears to hear the signs, symbols, metaphors, and allegory used by the workers of iniquity to veil the truth from the eyes of the blind and to stop up the ears of the deaf, to prevent them from hearing, digesting, and accepting the truth being revealed. That being said, let's take a look at the hidden symbolism in this event.
There were a lot of people at this thing, and there is Barack Obama dancing unmasked.
Yeah, Barack and her. I didn't mean Michelle.
You meant her.
The date 8/7/21 gives us 8 plus 7 plus 2 plus 1, which equals 18, or 666, the number of the beast. Interestingly enough, in the District of Columbia on Monday or Moon Day 8/16, which is also 8/7, since 1 plus 6 equals 7, the Washington Monument was closed because it was struck by lightning on Sunday. DC also represents direct current, which is the one directional flow of an electrical charge. If you watched the previous video, you know that DC, the District of Columbia, represents the goddess Columbia. Columbia is the same as Isis, the moon goddess, and Ishtar, the whore of Babylon as well. This goddess was conflated with the Queen of Heaven, the Madonna and Child, by the Catholic Church. We saw a representation of the Virgin in the orchestrated sexual ritual that was the launch of Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic. This was followed up by the subsequent launch of Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, which was shaped as a phallic symbol. The color blue represented the beast rising from the sea. This satanic ritual was meant to represent Isis, the Queen of Heaven and Virgin Whore of Babylon, being impregnated by Osiris's phallus, which she formed through magic so that she could give birth to Horus, the sun god. The Washington Monument is 555 feet above the ground and 111 feet below, for a total of 666 feet in height, a reference to the number of the beast. This monument, which is a depiction of Osiris's phallus, was struck by lightning, or Barak, on Sun Day, a reference to the sun god Horus, and closed on Monday or Moon Day, a reference to the moon goddess Isis, who is impregnated by Osiris's magic phallus and gives birth to the sun god. This represents the unholy Egyptian trinity of Osiris, Isis, and Horus. Obama's 60th birthday party boasted 400 guests. The number 60 and 400 becomes 64 when we remove the zeros, and 64 points to human women who gave birth to the Nephilim giants, as found in Genesis 6:4, which declares, "There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown." Like Rosemary's Baby, Obama is the son of the devil and a human woman who represents Columbia, the Queen of Heaven, the Virgin Whore of Babylon, making him a Nephilim giant, and this was his birthday celebration. Obama's guest list included celebrities like Erykah Badu, Jay-Z, and Beyonce. Notice Erykah Badu appears to be using a filter on her cell phone that makes it appear as if lightning bolts are shooting off of Barack and connecting to others in the party. This connects back to the DC, or direct current of electricity, as well as the lightning that struck Osiris's penis, which is disguised as the Washington Monument in the District of Columbia. We know that the phrase Barack Obama in Hebrew means lightning from heaven and points to Luke 10:18, when Messiah described Satan as lightning which fell from heaven. The napkins from Obama's party have 44x60 written in gold on them. 44 times 60 is 2,640. The number 2,640 is actually a cipher concealing a hidden message as well. But praise Yah, for there is a God in heaven that reveals mysteries and uncovers the secrets of evil and wicked men. 2,640 can be broken down in this manner. The number 2 is 1 plus 1 and represents 2 individuals, one being the rebellious fallen angel and the other a human woman, who combined as they did in Genesis 6:4 to form the Nephilim giant, the O-abomination, Obama. Thus, 44 times 60 gives us 2 640. Also, the number 60 represents the golden age, and in alchemy, gold is a symbol of turning man into God.
Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth.
When we look at the 44x60 reversed, we find another cryptogram or hidden symbol as well. In reverse, 44x60 spells out the Greek letters ODXPP. The Greek letters ODXPP can be broken down as follows. O, or Omicron, is the symbol for the letter O, which represents Obama. D is Delta, the pyramid and symbol for change, which also points to Obama and the winds of change.
It's been a long time coming, but tonight, because of what we did on this day, in this election, at this defining moment, change has come to America.
The letter X is pronounced as he in Greek, but Chi in English. In any case, he is the abbreviation for Chicago, and when it is placed together with P, the Greek symbol for rho, gives us the hero, as in superhero, a symbol which is used to represent the Christ. However, in this case, the hero represents the false Christ or Superman, and we know that Obama referred to himself as the Christ and as Superman.
Who is Barack Obama? Contrary to the rumors that you've heard, I was not born in a manger. I was actually born on Krypton and sent here by my father, Jor-El, to save the planet Earth.
Finally, we have another P or rho symbol, which is the 17th letter in the Greek alphabet and represents the beast that rises from the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, as found in Revelation 13:1, which declares, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." Therefore, through this cryptograph that is found on the pass for Obama's birthday celebration, we are being told that Obama, who represents hope and change and hails from Chicago, will be changed into a god, the false Messiah, the beast that rises from the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
I want to thank
God is the one and only true living God, the creator of heaven and the universe. Jesus Christ is God. Jesus Christ is God. Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Jesus Christ is the Son of God.
I agree.
Antichrist.
If you have been with me since my Satanism and Hip Hop in Hollywood series, then you are well aware of the fact that artists like Erykah Badu, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and others in the music industry have made it clear that they serve Satan. By her own admission, back in 2016, Erykah Badu said that she is a witch. Here she is displaying the one-eye symbolism of Antichrist. The picture of Jay-Z throwing up the pyramid or delta hand sign and all-seeing eye shows his allegiance to Satan and the New World Order. So does his wife, Beyonce. Remember, the pyramid or delta means change and points to Barack Obama and his association with the Deltas, who represent the Scarlet Woman and Whore of Babylon. In fact, we have seen both Jay-Z and Beyonce throw up the devil horns hand sign and the 666 hand sign as well. This couple makes it known that their allegiance, without a doubt, lies with Satan and his Antichrist. Remember when Jay-Z wore the hoodie with the words, "Do what thou wilt" on it, a reference to the book of the law, which was written by the man who called himself the Beast 666, the wickedest man on earth, Satanist Aleister Crowley. Also, remember back in 2013, which represents the number of rebellion, Beyonce sang at Obama's inauguration. It should be noted that Beyonce also once performed dressed as the Whore of Babylon robot from the 1927 movie Metropolis, a movie that made overt references to Satanism and Moloch. Further, you may also recall when Beyonce told us about her experience with demonic possession.
And I remember right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me, and I knew that was gonna be my coming out night.
Notice that Beyonce mentions the O that happens to be in the center of her name, which is actually a reference to Obama.
I drew out the lift right in the O. It just so happened that a O was right in the center of my name for me to come down.
Beyonce names this demonic entity that takes possession of her, Sasha Fierce. It should be noted that Sasha, which is short for Natasha, is actually the name of one of Obama's daughters. His other daughter is Malia. When you reverse the names of Obama's daughters, writing them backwards, this is what you find. Malia, spelled backwards, is A-I-L-A-M. And if you remove the A and L, you get the phrase, I am. Natasha, spelled backwards, is A-H-S-A-T-A-N and becomes the name Ha-Satan. And when we put it all together, we get the phrase, I am Ha-Satan, which is a reference to Obama being the devil himself. Previously, we discussed the murder of Rolling 60s Crip Nipsey Hussle, and I told you then that 6-0 represented B-O for Barack Obama. Nipsey was portrayed as a type of Messiah figure, and his name, Ermias, means God will rise, a reference to Horus, the sun god, and the rising sun, which is Obama's logo.
Where we at, Nip?
Man, we in Tulum at the Mayan ruins. Just climbed off the pyramid.
We took our discussion on the connection to Nipsey's murder even further, pointing out how, through Christopher Darden, it was connected to O.J. Simpson's low-speed chase in the white Bronco, which was being driven by AC, a reference to the Antichrist as found in Revelation 6:2.
911, what are you reporting? This is AC. I have OJ in the car. Okay, where are you? Please, I'm coming up the 5 freeway. Okay. Right now we are okay, but you gotta tell the police to just back off. He's still alive, and he got a gun to his head.
Further, we connected Nipsey, the 6-0 Crip in the color blue, to Barack Obama, or B.O., the Blue Devil, and their connection through Nipsey's album, Victory Lap, and Obama's New World Order speech at Victory Tower. Therefore, we can surmise that Obama's 60th birthday marks a special time in the fulfillment of prophecy and the introduction of 6-0, the Viking, sixth king, or sixth god, to the world as the Antichrist, who makes a grand appearance in Revelation 6:2 as the rider on the white horse, who has a bow and is given a corona or crown and goes forth conquering and to conquer. To commemorate O's 60th birthday, Obama.org launched a 60 for 60 campaign, which declares, "Join us in celebrating President Obama's 60th birthday by chipping in or telling us how you've given back to your community." The operative word here, used with the intention of being a double entendre, is chipping, as it is a reference to the technology which will allow for the microchipping and tracking of every person in the world. This mention of chipping is nothing more than a reference to the mark of the beast and connects back to the Pentagon's announcement of a microchip that can be embedded under the skin to detect coronavirus.
This is sort of cool. Scientists at the Pentagon are developing a microchip that can detect viruses in the blood, including COVID-19. The chip would be inserted just under the skin and alert the user if the coronavirus is present.
But it doesn't stop there. The website goes on to say this: "Help us make President Obama's 60th birthday the most special one yet by donating $6, $60, or $600. Revelation 13:16 through 18 declares, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666, or $600, $60, and $6 are the exact same thing. It is the number of the beast, 666, and they are asking people to chip in, a reference to taking the mark of the beast for Obama's 60th birthday. This brazen, shameless, and conspicuous admission connecting Obama, a reference to microchip technology, the mark of the beast, and the number 666 was put on display and made readily recognizable for anyone with half a brain and paying attention to what's clearly being put in front of them. The post goes on to say this, or simply tell us and President Obama how you've spent 60 minutes or even 60 seconds giving back to your community. 60 minutes is an hour, and this is a reference to the tribulation period. Revelation 3:10 declares, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." Revelation 17:12 also tells us about the 10 kings who will rule with the beast 1 hour, when it declares, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. The boldness of this overt act by Obama, which is akin to a confession or admission of his identity, is astounding because it puts all speculation or debate to bed as to whether or not Obama is or isn't the Antichrist. The jury is in, the verdict is clear, and he is guilty as charged. If you have not given your life to the Most High by accepting the blood sacrifice of the Paschal Lamb that was shed on the cross as a propitiation for the redemption of sins, the time to do so is now. Amen. Shalom.